We're live. Evening, everybody. How are we all doing? I hope you're all good out there. Mickey and Caroline is in the house. The pub is open. And welcome. Life's a hobby. How you doing, Kitten Killer? Jess? John over in the States there. Excellent. Yes, Jess's first time in the house. Jess, Outdoors Brother Channel. Welcome, Jess. Glad you could join us. John, hiya, mate. Hope you're all good out there in the States. T, good evening, mate. How's it going?
Chronically, hello.
Chronically, hi, Mucker. Hope you're all good. Excellent. Yeah, Chronically Outdoors. Welcome to the stream, Jess. Welcome to the stream. Big hugs, lots of love. Don't be intimidated.
We're out in the house.
Right, yeah. So, Sunday, Remembrance. I say I'm wearing the cut today. For those who don't know me too well, you'll see from the pictures up there. Yeah, that's my basis in the world. Big bikes, big handlebars, V-twins, things like that, building shops and customs. It's one of my passions and one of my loves. To the point where I'm actually toying at the moment with starting my own motorcycle group, aren't we? We're toying with it. The Bushcraft Bastards. No, there's already one called that.
Good evening, you hops. Hi, Kiwi.
Shit Creek Survivors,
yes,
possibly. SHTF Riders. Anyhow, so we'll come back to that on another day. Anyhow, more importantly, today, my friends, it's Remembrance Sunday. Okay.
Angry Beavers. No, I don't think you'll get away with that over.
It's been, for some of us in the UK, it is quite a difficult day. For others, it's not so much. It's a day when the country comes together to remember our fallen. Okay, for a lot of
beavers.
For a lot of guys, it's not just our fallen; it's our lost, our lonely brothers and sisters out there that, are fallen in other ways, shall we say. So, I'm not going to harp on about too much today. The media and that's all been banging on about it. And those of you in the UK know exactly what I mean. And it's Sunday night now. We've got the 11th coming up in a couple of days. In fact, in a day, which is the actual date. What can I say? Difficult one. But this morning, I was out with some of my motorcyclist friends, shall we say, of various denominations. Marking that day. So there we go. I would like to open this evening.
Get it on there, Shit Creek Survivor.
Yeah, Shit Creek Survivor. I am the original, the founder member, and the president of the Shit Creek Survivors. Basically, the motto is up the paddle, up the stream, no paddle required. The ethos has been with me many years. Anyhow, so what I'd like to do, I'd just like to open this by saying or reading this out to you guys. You want to call it a prayer, call it a prayer. Those who know me know I'm a druid. For those who want to just call it a message, call it a message. Okay, I don't mind what denomination you are or which entity you may look towards, if any at all. But to absent friends, let us not forget, but remember them always, for they have earned our respect and admiration with their lives. We knew them, we will remember them, and they will not be forgotten. To all our forgotten comrades and fallen heroes, lest we forget. Okay, and that is where I will put that this evening. Okay,
I've got a little something I'm going to read later on.
Kaz will read something later on. I don't want to make this evening, for some people now, they've done what they need to do today. It's quite solemn, it's quite painful, and it can be quite difficult for some of us. And now we need a little bit of a pick-up. So welcome to the pub. The door's open.
Yeah.
Mickey's still not allowed to drink alcohol. So tonight I am going to be perusing the Tango Apple. That is going to be my choice. However, I have two cans up here. And whilst coming up the stairs, I dropped one. I'm not sure which one I dropped. But that one's got a dent in the bottom. But the other one feels firm. This could go one of two ways.
Look below. There's your peoples.
So I'm gonna. Oh, I lucked it. There we go. Can of apple tango, fizzy pop, lovely.
Yeah, Matt would. Yeah, it was obviously tangos himself and not me.
Yeah, I might not get drunk, but all my teeth will fall out, or what's left of them. So, what have you all been up to, guys? What have you been doing? What? Yeah, I've definitely been tango.
Yeah. Hi, Faye.
Hi, Faye. How you doing? Hi, Kiwi. Hi, Stealth. Right. Yeah. So.
Well, in the Mitchell household, we have made pumpkin pie today, so we're going to have some of that when we've after we've finished.
Yeah, because we know it's a bit of a tradition here that the chat ends up talking about food, then people end up running off to make cheese toasties, cheese and bacon toasties normally. But tonight we've got pumpkin pie for our supper, which we made
out of a 10p giant pumpkin we got last week in Morrison's.
Yep, saw it on the channel last week. That pumpkin has now been sacrificed, isn't it? Well,
so a lot of you been to the woods today.
Yeah.
TJ went to the woods. Hi, Romy Ray.
TJ,
hi, TJ.
Well said. And of course.
Ooh. Nice, Jill. Yes. Hi, Ray.
Nice.
Evening, Mac.
Evening, Mac. How you doing, mate? Hope you're good. Yeah, Ray. Evening, Ray.
So Yachts has been sorting his kit out. Ready for next week?
Ooh. Ready for sticks and mix. Yeah, that should be an interesting one. The weather looks like it's going to be dry but cold. So there's my tip. Anybody coming to sticks at mix?
May want an extra blanket.
Bring your warm gear because it looks like it could be a bit chilly. And just remember that hillside does face north. So if the wind's coming in from the north, it's going to be blowing a bit of a hoolie. So when you're setting up, have a think to the wind direction and make sure you're giving yourself a little bit of shelter, just a little bit of love. That's what you need. Yeah. So what we're going to talk about? Oh yes, a channel. Okay. Don't know if anybody else has come across him. I found him earlier this week. Quite liked him. Nice guy. Got a nice approach. Very, very new channel. Fat Boy Bald up there. Okay. Dive over, have a look. Yeah, send him some love. What else I got up on the board? Remembrance Sunday Motorcycle Club. Yeah, did that. Yeah. Search for Brotherhood. So, I was a person that was bullied at school remorselessly. I'd come from another part of the country, sounded a bit weird, and got the get out of me for a long time. I left school and I looked for brotherhood. Oh, did I look for brotherhood? I looked for friends. I looked for people that would stand by me through thick and thin, and I found them. In my later teenage years, I had some very, very good friends who I'm still in contact with today. And then through careers and all the rest of it, I got to meet lots of strange, wonderful people, become brothers, blood brothers in some cases. And then as life moves on, as it does, join motorcycle clubs and motorcycle groups, and again became brothers, sisters, blood brothers, and and now where am I? I am 60 or near very, very literally.
You did just turn 59, so give yourself a couple of months leeway.
4 months ago.
Yeah. End of August, September, October.
Yeah, it's whizzing past. Okay, I'm into my 60th year in January, shall we say. I'm not telling anybody my birthday because silly people send me cards, cakes, and best wishes. I don't want them. Don't remind me. Okay, but I still like that ethos of brotherhood. I still like that ethos of coming together with people with shared passions, and I think that's what it comes about. Well, I think when I was younger, brotherhood meant standing shoulder to shoulder with somebody no matter what. As I get older, I realise that brotherhood is actually more about having a shared passion, like an enjoyment. Brotherhood is about standing next to somebody, looking at the same thing together and going, I like that, because that's really all you can expect out of life, is to share the pleasures, the joys, sometimes the discomforts with others as a group, and I think that's where brotherhood comes into it for me. I can say I'm brothers with people I fished with. I can say I'm brothers with people from the military. I'm brothers from guys with the bike club, and I'm also a brother to a lot of you guys, as are a lot of you guys and girls, brothers and sisters to me.
So Sussex Outdoors.
But the funny thing is, you don't realise this until you get a bit longer in the tooth, do you?
No.
Yeah. It's not all Sons of Anarchy, you know. Yeah. So and that's why one of the things I'm doing, because I know quite a few of our guys out there have got motorbikes of different sizes, types, makes and models. I'm tempted this year to start a little T-shirt club of my own. Whether I'm going to call it I've got to check with some of the big clubs first and make sure they'd be okay with it. But it's just for a bit of fun, something along the lines of the SHTF Riders Association, or maybe even just the Shit Creek Survivors, depending on what people liked. Obviously,
Evening Badger
as a off-charts, non-affiliated group, can't put patches on cuts, but we can wear T-shirts.
So we've got Andy outside, we've got TJ, we've got Sussex Outdoors, Badger and the Woodsman's in.
Yeah. Yeah, mate.
Stealth. Done,
I've been there. Had the T-shirt, mate. Don't get me wrong. No disrespect towards any of the big clubs. A lot of time from all, and I've got friends in pretty much all the big clubs around the countries and in fact around the world, and I get on very well with all of them. They don't all get on well with one another, and that's where it makes it hard for me. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to do my own thing, but again, I'm going to run it past the powers that be and make sure, I'm not going to cause anybody any grief. Don't think it's going to cause a problem to anybody. But it's just to make sure I'm not nicking another club's name and things like that. Yes, Willow, I agree.
No, 100%. Andy, he hasn't got. There's things in place at the moment. You'll be hearing about in the next few months.
You will. I can't say too much at the moment, but let's just say this much: I have a motorcycle. The motorcycle is in a garage. The garage is not too far from here. Yeah. The motorcycle, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Two of them.
Yeah, like yes. We sometimes get up to about 30 people in the room. Yeah. They come in and out, and so yeah. We all a Sunday evening. That's where you can't find anyone online. It's because they're all here.
Yeah. So guys, whilst we're here, let's get this out there to all you guys there. Bushcraft Sussex is in the house. Those of you that have not had a look at his channel, pop over, send him some love, say hi.
No, it's the dog.
Badger and the Woodsman. He's here in the house tonight. Again, show some love. Jess Outdoors, she's in the house. We have another young lady with us. Jess, welcome. Please dive over to her channel, show us some love, show us some support. She'd appreciate it. We have Chronically Outdoors. He's joined us tonight. Yep, show him some love. Kitten Killer, Andy outside. Yeah, Andy. Yeah. I can't say too much at the moment, Andy, but yeah, it's all going well. Kiwi Outdoors Apprentice, there's another channel. In actual fact, the majority of the guys here that you'll see are channels.
Right, it's not our stomach rumbling, it is the Willow.
It is Mr. Willow.
So he's underneath the table grumbling.
Yeah. John. Yeah, so
yeah.
And again, so Jess knows, and anybody that's new knows, Sunday Night Social, we're all outdoors people. We have wild campers, survivalists, preppers, wild campers, not so wild campers, glampers, outdoorsmen, farmers, fishermen, hunters. The door is open, okay? We do no politics, we do no religion, okay? It's a love and a passion for the outdoors. And unlike a lot of the other live streams, I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I'm not trying to teach you nothing. I'm not trying to force an opinion. I just open the doors to my what would you call it? A virtual pub.
Yes.
My virtual pub.
Yeah.
And all the like-minded locals have wandered in.
Some people
Sunday
like
night.
Tea, though. Some doing this for a can and a
exactly
cider.
That. And it's Sunday night. We have a chat, share ideas, get information out there occasionally if it's something of interest, and try to have a giggle more than anything. So sometimes we go completely off topic, as you see.
Veterans, there's
veering into motorcycles, veterans.
And get me one of Yarps. I do like a Horlicks.
Yeah, Kaz likes a Horlicks. So again, we do that. We're not politically correct. We used to put a warning up, but I think all the children have run away now.
Yeah, he's actually got on the back of it. He's got
I got my patch.
Yeah, he's got a.
Right, that's my.
Yeah,
that's
yeah, he's got his
That's my patch.
Yeah, and he's got his. As a memory of a friend of ours that passed through cancer. And
most important.
You got your Pegasus Bridge one, your Norway one.
Pretty much.
My one says, "My boobs have a mind of their own."
Yeah. So that's where we're going with. That's what we do. This is where we are. Oh, do you know what? I can't help thinking about that pumpkin pie.
You're not having it yet.
I'm going to enjoy that tonight. I'm not going to eat the whole thing in one go.
The Rolling Thunder, didn't you?
Yeah. So I used to do a lot with the veterans charities, and was
Hi, Lawrence.
Rode with a group that. Yeah, we tried to make a difference.
Did funeral rides.
Done a lot of funeral escorts. The picture up there, you see up on the wall, that's me and my mate Jace leading our part of our ride in for Dean. That was Operation Rolling Thunder. That was when all the various bikers came into London. We pretty much shut London down. We closed off everything around Parliament pretty much. Did it make it into the media?
No.
Did we make a difference?
Yeah. To people who
to people that to the right bit disheartened by it. So again, I'm not a great one for protests because those of you that tend to protest for the right thing don't get noticed. Which always hurts me.
You rode to the wall as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I've done ride to the wall a couple of times, and which is a long step from here on a very cold day. Yeah. So where does it take me? No, let's get off the bike thing. Yeah. We're not really a bike channel. It's just the fact people say, "Oh, I got my kettle. Got my kettle.
Ready
got
the
for
kettle
Friday.
For the camp.
Got me 5 litre kettle.
A 5.5 litre kettle.
So those are the guys that have been to the camp so far.
Can you hold on the patch on your back again? So I'm gonna take which patch is that? So you can take a photo. Is it the one? No, I think it's that one. Is it that one?
That one.
Yeah, 5.5. The white one. The white one.
The white one. So could be that one.
Yeah.
Which could be
the wild boar one.
The wild boar.
The white ones that are around the front.
That could be that one. It's a beautiful day. Now it's some bust to get up. But there we go. Let's take that off now. It's a bit heavy.
Hi, Stephen. That's all right, Jess. We're actually planning to do some more up north.
Yes, we are hoping to travel next year. I'd like to, if I can, get out.
I'm researching at the moment some up north ones.
Yeah, go find a couple of sites that will accept us up there so that we can do a bit of a Hampshire Outdoors and Survival tour. On tour, maybe.
Hogs on tour.
Yeah, Hogs on tour. And then Bushcraft, hello, mate. Hope you're good. Yeah.
Why are you eating a paintbrush?
Yeah, we are, TJ. We are damaged goods, just numbers to those that are in power. They certainly are. 5.5 litre. Yeah, mate. It's the last couple of camps I've done. My little pot literally sat on the fire non-stop.
So instead of keep going like that.
Yeah, so 5.5 litre. That means we've got enough water in there for everybody to get a brew, and I can fill my hot water bottle before I crash out.
Oh, sorry, Stealth. He's got a birthday to go to, so no, there'll be more.
There'll be more, mate. We ain't stopping. Yeah, we're just starting to roll as a movement, as a community. We are just getting going, my friend. You know, it's as we gather momentum. Let's face it, we haven't been going that long, and we're gaining momentum.
Yeah, 2 years now.
We're all supporting one another. Everybody's having a great time. People who have made connections, link-ups, meet-ups, group camps. Next summer, yes, I'll be doing a camp in midsummer. I like to try and get around the solstices and the right times of the year. So we'll probably look at somewhere about Beltane. So we're going to be looking at the fire festivals around spring. We'll look at somewhere around midsummer, and we'll look at somewhere again around the autumn. So yeah, that's 3 camps we're going to be having next year. Definitely.
We've got a couple of volunteers that are going to help us in the new year sort out the trailer. The ones that have been to the camp before will have seen it, but it's undercover. Yeah. It's got an issue with rain getting in, but if we take that, I can actually come, and it's got a cabinet for my off-road mobility scooter.
Yeah,
as well.
So that means the Honda's going to have to go.
Yeah,
because the Honda won't pull that.
Yeah,
it's a bit too heavy. I'm not going to get another Land Rover because I can't afford the maintenance bills. So I'm going to be looking at another Japanese 4x4. I was looking at the Lexus actually today.
Yeah.
Going to be a little bit juicy, but
we just need something that's going to pull that trailer. Yeah. Because that means I can actually come and join and meet some of the girls and boys out there as well.
Yeah.
For more than a few hours that I normally do.
Yeah, do that, John. Send us out what 3 words when you do your spring camp, and we can all join you virtually from space. It's just not when you're doing shovel recce's.
Well, Bushcraft Sussex says that you won this week and this Friday, isn't it?
What's that?
The camp.
Yeah.
Sticks Outdoors and Rick have got Sticks his camp, and it's actually at his woods.
If you want to join us,
if you're free Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or just Friday,
or you want to pop in for just a day, you're in Sussex, you're only just over the border. This is in the Farnham area, so again, it's not too far it's not too far outside Sussex. But if you wanted to pop along, council stick the email address up.
Yep.
Fire us off an email. And we can sort that out for you, mate. We'll get you the details of where it is. We'll send you the what 3 words. FU crew, hiya, mate. How's it going out in Chicago? Hope it's all good.
I'm trying to find a pen, or I can find his paintbrush.
Pens are in there. There you go, my lovely. So. Okie doke. Bushcraft Sussex says he knows Sticks, but unfortunately he don't think he can make it.
Oh.
He'll see if he can get a lift up. Okie doke, mate. And I'm a bit today, I'm afraid. Again, not being allowed
Colin, that is, for anyone who hasn't got it already, that is the email.
Yeah.
captureoutdoors@mail.com.
Excuse me taking that out of my mouth. But again, one of the problems for me at the moment is I'm not allowed to drink alcohol. And not that I drink regularly. So Sunday night is usually my wind down, and I do find it a little bit easier doing this after I've had a wee snifter, a little glass of cider or something like that. Helps me to loosen up. I was asked this week, how do I do this? How do I plan my live stream? How do I organise it, set it up, get myself in gear mentally? I'll be honest with you. I could rabbit the legs. I mean, you ask Mac. You ask Mac. Mac has been sat in a basher with me. Right, he's been in an OP with me.
And Mac's in his tent flyover, haven't you, Mac?
He's been up a mountain with me. I took the hind legs off of a donkey. The downside is I can ramble on for hours about absolutely nothing. I can have a conversation with you. I guarantee I can keep a room enthralled for 4 hours, and every single person when they walk out the room will go, "That was brilliant. What was he talking
about?" That's from observation. So it's hi. Have you folks thought about comms for an emergency event our little group has?
Yes. Right. So normally, for the size of everything I do at the moment, comms wise is literally a sticks.
Even see
because we're in quite a small woodland. However, when I've done things on larger scale events, we normally go to ICOMs and things like that, which just gives us a little bit more range. And for some of the events we do, we even set up a rebro. UK licensing and regulations on communications are a bit of a swine. What I have done in the past is I've used Velo, and we've set up the walkie-talkie system through that or using our mobile phones. But again, that depends on people's mobile phones. If you've got something with a reasonable battery life, it's awesome. If you've got an iPhone, it will eat it. So again,
my Android's dying to death. It's getting worse. It keeps switching itself off.
So again, that's what you do. But comms is one of the essential things. If you're going to be setting up regular events or things for a group, comms is essential. And again, think about your distances. And if you're covering a large area, i.e., you're in a large woods, bear in mind that how dense it is. Communications, a lot of the civvy bandwidths aren't particularly powerful, so quite often it might be worthwhile setting up one guy as a rebro station in the middle of the woods, and he can rebroadcast out to other people if necessary.
Morse code for you, Mac,
yeah, or we set Mac up there. He sends Morse code. Yeah, he can do that.
We used to have CBs always in the 4x4s. We still do.
We still do. Always got some form of communications, especially when you're working in convoys. That's pretty much the most essential bit of kit in a convoy is have some sort of radio communications. So if somebody's having difficulties, vehicles overheating, they're becoming an issue, they're losing.
We've used our CB before now, coming back from holiday, because all the traffic's slowing up going towards Exeter, and you got on the radio and said, asked the lorry drivers what's going on, and we found out there was a Land Rover about 3 miles in front of us that was on its roof. So
things like planning alternate routes, or even it comes down to that most simple one that you're travelling in a convoy and somebody in the convoy goes,
I stinks,
I really need a wee, and you're going to pull the whole convoy over. But at least
or glass jar to the door,
if everybody in the convoy knows, then
Sticks in the house, and Virginia's here as well.
Hi, Sticks. How you doing, brother? Virginia, hiya. How you doing? Welcome, one and all. Yes, so comms is essential. You got to set up some sort of comms and have some sort of comms organisation. So again, if you're setting up comms in your field, have simple call signs. Right, keep it simple. If you've got a small enough group where you can stick to first names, people remember them instantly and recognise them. If you've got multiple names, go to call signs, but don't try and get people sit there. Yeah, Romeo 5 9 6 Echo Roger Delta. Don't just keep it simple.
And oi, dickhead, and about 20 people look around.
It's if you've got two guys called Dave, right? So Dave D Delta, right? Delta 1, Delta 2, Andy's Alpha, right? Bobby's Bravo, Charlie's Charlie. So you can make it simple and make it quick and easy. And as soon as you get your radios, just tell everybody the same thing.
Yeah, of course we got Ranger Rock.
Yeah, when you get your radios, the simplest thing is tell everybody on pain of death, keep your conversations short, simple, to the point. Okay, and you can be over, and you can be out.
You can't be both.
But you can't be over and out. Okay. It's one of my bugbears, I'm afraid.
And you have to actually press the button in, otherwise you're sending nothing.
Yeah, that's press the right button.
Unless you're telepathic.
Yeah. And give it a second. Yeah. Comms chat is quite simple. Key the mic, send the message. Don't
Joe was Kit Kat. His brother was Kit Kat, and he was Weetabix.
yeah. Simple though, isn't it?
Yeah,
simple.
yeah.
My call sign at work was Romeo 3 Bravo. Okay. It was that, and that will stay with me for years. You know, that was easy, simple, and it meant everything. Everybody knew everything. There's only ever one sun, Ray. Yeah. Yeah. Simple systems. And again, even better still, don't try and militarize it. Don't try and policify it. Just keep it simple and keep it organized. You know, it's just a very easy setup. For those of you who don't know the over and out thing, then if it's civilian, I expect all of you already know it. But
out is when you're out. Over is you sending a message, I believe. Is that right?
Over is I've finished what I am saying at the moment. I am waiting for a reply. Okay, it's not the end of the conversation. Out is end of conversation. That is out. I've shut the door. I've left the room. I'm out. Okay, so you can't be over and out
unless you fall over and knock yourself out.
Yeah. So
hello.
You know, quite often actually when I'm doing it I do it on the phone to people all the time. You know, I say goodbye to them, and instead of saying goodbye to them without even thinking, I'm like, all right, mate, no problem, pick you out, and put the phone down. You know,
I mean, if you might find that if you're doing a one that you're not a little bit happy about, then if you have a radio, then you can.
Yeah. Sometimes being in the woods with a mate, sometimes you want to be away from one another.
Good evening, D.
Okay, you might want to. It might only be in a woodland environment. It might only be 100 meters, 200 meters. But again, you don't want to be in the woods going, "Oi, do you want a coffee?" Right? Especially when he's sitting there filming or he's just watching that deer in the distance, having a radio and just being able to go, yeah, Mickey, you want a brew?
It's not the time you get out when you're filming, because you're filming and someone decides going to ring you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've taken to putting my phone on airplane mode now.
Because sometimes one of our friend's sons, when he rings, he just rings and rings and rings.
Yeah.
And rings back again.
Has anybody got one of those friends that I've got like a mental rule, which is if I'm phoning somebody else and it rings like 7 or 8 times, then they're either not answering, they're busy, they're on the loo, they're cooking dinner, they're doing something, otherwise they're involved, or they're away from their phone. In which case, I just let it go, and I hang up.
Unless there's a real emergency.
If it's a real emergency, I'll ring back straight away. In fact, actually, within the family, we've got that code system. So if I'm out driving and Kaz tries to phone me, if it's not important, she'll try phoning me. I don't answer because I'm driving. That would be illegal in the UK. And she'll ring off. Okay. If it's an emergency, it's something I must know. What she'll do, she'll literally wait 2 or 3 minutes and then she'll phone me again. And if I get that repeated call, I know even if I'm on a motorway, I now need to get off and phone her. This is something vitally important. And I do that with a lot of my friends, and a lot of friends do it with me.
Just let it go, static. Just swear.
Yeah. So again, comms, it's setting systems up within your comms so that it can work for you, even on a phone. But yeah, radios, even the little cheap. You get these little cheap.
Like kiddies radio. No, they're not kiddies radio.
But the little dinky ones that work on AAA's.
This is about 20 quid.
If you're in the woods with a mate, even that, it's nothing better than 2 o'clock in the morning making noises over the radio just as they're falling asleep.
Especially if they've got their radio near their ear.
Yeah.
And you start going.
I'll go, wait, did you hear that?
See, I heard something the other day that I found it interesting. when they made Jurassic Park, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, I was thinking like it's probably like a bull seal or something like that. It's not. It's a drop bear, a flipping koala.
Yeah, but koalas are. Let's face it,
nature's. Pull that and put some that on someone's ear.
That
would make them go afraid to be out in the woods.
It's one of those creatures that's designed to look cute and cuddly, but actually wants to tear your arms off and give you chlamydia. Oh, it's a lovely animal. Lovely animal. Not the sort of thing you take home to mother.
Yeah, Badger on with you, that paper cups and string.
Yeah. Badger, it's whatever you got. It's what works for you, but have something set up.
Good evening, Steve.
When I'm out filming or I'm out doing a camp or something, Kaz knows that if she gets a dead end message from me, i.e. the phone rings and just it goes dead, then she knows there's something seriously wrong, and she will then put into action our emergency plan. And I don't just set it up with Kaz, I also set it up with people like Jason that know the woods, have access to the woods, Gareth and Tim, because they have access to the woods. So basically, if it's something to me that is going to be 999able, I 999 it straight away.
Oh, thanks, Katrine.
If it's something simple like I've just gone over, twisted my ankle, it's given me a lot of pain, and I need a little bit of a hand getting out of there, I know I can get hold of one of those. So it's self-recovery. If you've got ham radio, or if you get the opportunity to do the ham radio operator's license, it's well worth it. I had a
really bad habit of when we used to use our CB radio. Of course, we'd usually be about 3 or 4 vehicles, one by the other. And we had someone actually, he punched at your wing mirror, didn't you? We were well over for him. And of course, we went past, and I got on the radio and said, "Did you see what that kid did?" And our friend come back and said, "You do realise that we were going past him with the window open. He heard what you said."
Yeah. Oops. Yeah.
Good evening, Trish.
And again, convoy work. So convoy work, you always get split up somehow. There's always something happens getting through a town centre, but it's when you can get up on the lead car, gets up on the mic, and it goes right. Next set of traffic lights. We took a left. We took a right. We're pulling over at the next garage. We'll wait for you there, or we'll slow down, look for a bus stop, pull over, wait for you. That sort of shared info, and you can apply that sort of knowledge usage to anything. Thanks. It's always a bonus. Always a bonus.
Paul Lee said, "Hi guys, just come back. Sod's Law just went out for first time in ages, and a neighbour called the fire brigade to my house. The flipping fire alarm was faulty."
Oh no! Well, at least you got a neighbour that heard the alarm and actually had the decency to call the fire brigade just in case.
Yeah.
Rather than come back and find that all the neighbours have stood around the house with sausages on sticks or marshmallows, which is probably what happened here.
Some elderly Nepalese live in a house not far from us, and they were cooking upstairs, and the house caught fire.
Yeah.
And the poor fireman had to keep moving them away because they get standing in front, their hands behind their back, sort of watching exactly what they were doing.
That was the one where they had the stuff in the loft, wasn't it?
No, they were cooking in the bedroom.
No, the stuff started going off in the loft. Yeah, it turned out somebody at some time had stuck a box of 9mm ammunition in the loft, and don't think it was anything to do with the elderly residents. I think it might have been a previous resident of the house, was probably a shooter or something, and left a box of 9mm rounds in the loft, and it was the loft that was fully engulfed.
Yeah, they've been cooking in their room. In a room, and of course it's set lots of
multiple occupancies.
Yeah.
What are you chewing up there? Oh, you swine! I'll get it. Look,
it's already taken up 2. I've stolen a paintbrush back off him. Now what's he got?
Run the elastics.
That's the second one you.
Yes. Yeah. I
know. For sale.
For sale. One small rug with an attitude.
It's been a bit of a...
No, only joking there.
No.
Love him dearly, but he can be a bit of a knob. His latest thing is, every night, before we go to bed, I open the back door to let him go outside and do what little dogs have to do. And he sprints as fast as he can all the way to the bottom of the garden, bounces twice in the air and then barks 3 times. He's convinced there's a cat the other side of the gate. And he's got a thing for chasing cats. Doesn't want to hurt them. He just likes the fact that they run.
They actually found a 50-round box of 30 WIN on the road. Canadian outside alley.
Hey, Derek, don't ever look a gift horse in the mouth, mate. Don't ever look a gift horse in the mouth. I can talk about it now because it's many years ago now, and I'm not going to get anybody into trouble. But I was on a facility, and we had a unit that come down to do a shoot, and it was middle of winter, gopping weather. It was really, really bad. We had a bit of slush and snow about, and they originally, their plan was to come down and over 2 days put everybody through their APWT, which is an annual personal weapons test. So they had allowed a couple 100 rounds for every guy coming. They turned up in the morning, got there at 9, and by about 11, 12 o'clock, we're like, we're gonna shut this off. We're gonna jack this out. And I'm thinking, great, because I'm like, brilliant. Get the range closed down. I can get away, get some maintenance done elsewhere, do other bits and pieces. Suits me. Brilliant, nice, easy day. And I'm like, yeah, that's good. Oh, mate, but there's only one problem. We got some ammunition left. And I went, oh, that's not a problem. I've got a what you call a amnesty bin. All right, this goes back. That's how long ago this was. Got an amnesty bin over there outside the building. What you do, the loose stuff you got, chuck it in the amnesty bin. I'll take that up to the armoury and we'll get rid of it that way for you. That's not a problem at all. Just unbox it so it's not in the packages. You sure, mate? I said, yeah. Anyhow, I've gone off to do other duties and that. Left them to close themselves down and clear off. And I've come back to the building, and outside the door, I've got 8 boxes of ammunition stacked one on top of the other, all sealed up. So all 5.56, all stacked there, and it was like, it's not going to all fit in the amnesty box. Of course,
observation post. Can we? Observation post. Charlie says, "Hey, Mick, can you please keep me in thought and prayer? I'll go to see the specialist on Tuesday to see where we are at." Of course, observation, Charlie. Right. You will be in our prayers. And
I think you can all see that message. Observation post, Charlie. It's a lovely chap. He's got a brilliant channel. Right, he's struggling a little bit. Yes, observation post, Charlie. You are in our thoughts and prayers, my friend. Be strong. No, we love you. No, everybody here has got you in their thoughts, mate. And let us know. Let us know next Sunday how you got on.
Or mail us.
Yeah, or you can email me. And in fact, if you need to chat or you need to talk or you want to say anything, just send Kaz an email. Not a problem. We're always here for you, mate. Yeah.
That's where we are.
That's what we do. That's what it's about. It's what community is about. It's about supporting one another. And likewise, to any of you, any time that's struggling, finding life a bit difficult,
you're not alone.
It's not. You're not alone. This is like a family here. It's a community. You don't have to tell us the details, but if you're finding things a bit hard, just let us know. We all care, and we all look out for one another, because God forbid any one of us can find ourselves in the same situation. Like myself at the moment. I'm going through it myself at the moment.
It's radioactive at the moment.
I'm radioactive at the moment. I had to have a treatment this week, which basically helps everything to glow inside me for the testing and that. And that made me feel like crap. It really made me feel bad for about 72 hours. My bones hurt. I've never had that before. My bones physically hurt. And as you can see, I'm losing weight.
Yeah,
it's falling off me at the minute. Not that I'm going to moan about that too much. In actual fact, I looked down this morning, and the little man's come back into view.
That's it, flag.
I I was happy 6 months ago when dieting brought my toes back into view, but now I can just make out where the little man is. So I'm a happy boy. So yeah, we've got to look out for one another. Nobody else is going to look out for us.
Chronically, there is a lot of people are suffering at the moment with suicidal thoughts.
Chronically, exactly that. All you can do is advise them and point them in the direction of people that can generally help. So people are always saying to me, "Is there something you can do, Mick?" No, there's not. Okay, I'm not a therapist. I'm not an expert. I'm not a professional. I would never profess to be. What I can say, from my own experience of having friends, family members, and struggling myself, one of the things that helped me more than anything else was knowing there were people out there that actually cared. Whether or not, and we're honest enough, quite often to say, I don't know what to do.
A lot of the times, it's just having someone who to sit there and talk or to speak.
Yeah.
It's not just in talking. Sometimes people just want to know someone's there, but they're not. If they want to talk, they'll talk, and if they're aware that that's it's up to them, then sometimes it brings them out themselves to know that if they want to, they can be quiet, or they can offload, just listen and try and be supported. Let them know that they're not alone.
Yeah,
and there are other people in the same situation, and
there are a lot of very, very good organisations out there that you can point them towards. I'm not going to recommend any in particular because, again, for different problems, different issues, it's horses for courses. Yeah, and not every single one's going to work for everybody. I mean, I use something called Talk Plus.
I've used them before.
Kaz used them, and that worked for me. That helped me. That helped me to recognise some issues and dramas, because basically just sharing it with a professional that could recognise what the issues were or possibly were. And even they said, we don't have the answers. All we can try and do is help you to get through it. And I think the biggest thing that anybody that's in a situation of suffering, and is suffering with mental health, is to know that there are people out there that might not have the answers, but know your pain. And sometimes it's hard to have the patience with people to just sit there and go, yeah, and listen. Right? Take it from a druid. That's something we do a lot of. Sometimes it can be a little bit difficult, but you're probably actually doing a person more good just by letting them get things off their chest and talk to you. It's one of the things that I often find as a druid is we have a saying, which is, you know the answer. What you're looking for is somebody to tell you that it's okay to feel like that. Okay. And it is okay to feel like that. We're allowed to feel low. We're allowed to feel in pain. We're allowed to feel like we're suffering. Okay. It's not selfish. It's not ignorant. We all have a breaking point. We all have a position in life where you get to where you go, I can't deal with this. Okay. And sometimes it may be a case that the best thing for you is to shut the world out, give yourself a little bit of a mental break. That's why I sometimes clear off to the woods on my own.
Yeah, Ali's saying he usually finds going out camping is a good day, and sometimes you just don't feel like going out. Just do something that when I feel bad, I need like music.
Yeah.
I like to put music on loud and
find your therapy. Find your therapy.
Some people it's drawing, some people it's carving. All sorts. Reading books.
You gotta find therapy. Mine used to be the blacksmithing, funnily enough, wasn't it? It was literally spending hours and hours and hours of beating the life out of a piece of metal. Blacksmithing was therapeutic to me, and the bike building. Nothing better than.
It's funny, isn't it, that a lot of people say being outside, going for a walk, going camping, just kind of feed the ducks, anything like that. It's getting outside, out of those four walls that feel like you feel sometimes are caving in on you. To go out, and
I think it's a reset thing, isn't it? It's like when you're out there walking. Excuse me, that tango's giving me the burps. You're out there walking when you're out in the
like
countryside.
Books, yeah. I like
it's just
books.
You and the countryside. Okay. And what your brain's able to do with that, it's able to shut out the outside world. It's just thinking about what you're doing now in the process of walking. It's not thinking about tomorrow. It's not thinking about what you're doing. It's enjoying the view, enjoying the wildlife, enjoying the trees. Just seeing that bit of sun come through the trees sometimes is so therapeutic. And it's the natural place. It's where we as animals belong. So I think quite often it is that mental reset. It's just giving yourself that little bit of a break. The modern world is just so full of stuff, whether it's YouTube, whether it's the internet, whether it's the radio, the TV. It's just bang, 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 information overload. Have you seen this? Have you bought that? Don't eat this.
Stuff.
Don't take that.
A lot of time, if you're in a bad place, all you hear about in the news is all bad stuff. No, you want good stuff.
Yeah. So again, with people, somebody I know who's very dear to me is very, very anti Facebook, YouTube, and everything like that. They're a different generation and they see it as a purely bad thing. And I've tried to explain to them, no, the thing is, when you've looked at it, you've looked at what's bad and seen what's bad. If you look for the good things, it's one of the reasons I love the bushcraft, the prepping, the wild camping, because most of that is positive stuff. It's people having a good time. Even the odd one or two that can sometimes get up my nose a little bit. They're being positive. They're doing something they enjoy, they love, and they're sharing that passion. That can only be a good thing, rather than finding out what's happening in this country, that country, and these bad people doing this bad thing to those bad people. Shut it out. And if you really need a break, and you need to make yourself feel better, watch a couple of fails videos.
Or you can. Another thing we've done is we've watched there's some videos of positive things. How people get on with bad situations, and it gives you that feel good factor. And thank you.
Exactly. Yeah, what happens in the woods stays in the trees. Share it with the trees. I talk to trees all the time. It's just when they answer me back, I find it a bit fracking.
We've got a squirrel going, get away from my tree.
Yeah. I was out not so long ago, and I'm bimbling along, chuntering away to myself like an imbecile. And I looked at a tree, and I just literally looked at it, looked up into it like that, and went, "Aren't you beautiful?" And this voice behind me went, "Thank you." And I looked around, and it was old girl walking a dog. But for a second, I was like, bloody hell, this tree's answered me. It is, yeah. Paolo, yeah, I agree with you 100%. Loneliness is a blessing and a curse. There's absolute solace in nature.
Oh, thank you, Yops. Yops says that your camps are very healing for
you. Thank you, Yops. And healing for me as well. I find it helps me.
You're right, Jess. And I've said many a time before, I'm registered disabled, mixed my carer, and I used to be able to do things, go out for walks and, go on the malls and things like that. I can't do that no more. But with everyone that does their outside videos, that I feel when I watch them, I'm on that journey too. I'm there with them, and it's, like I say, not everyone can get out, but if you're helping people that can't get out by doing what you do.
Well, it's Kaz turned around to the other day and she said, "Oh, Owen's put a video up. I'm going to the top of the mountain with Owen." And she get a broom there and she'll join him on that journey. And she says, for her, it means that she can get a bit of that experience. And that's one of the
open season.
Yeah, that's one of the greatest gifts for any of you out there that's got a channel is remember this with your channel. Remember this, when you're making your videos, thousands of people are going to see it around the world. Thousands. If you left it out for 10 years, thousands of people see it.
You've had that with people in loft flats.
There will be people out there that you will give them pleasure. You will give them You'll give them a moment's respite. You'll give them a moment's release from the mundane, the pain, the being stuck in 4 square walls. You give a lot. You don't realise it. A comment very early on one of my videos, and I'm always quoting it, was round a park. It was a rubbish video. It was early on in what I was doing. I didn't really know what I was doing. But a comment I got on that video was from somebody who's literally said, "Thank you for getting me out. I'm housebound. I live in a flat in the middle of a city and I'm disabled. You got me outside for a little while. Thank you so very much."
I'm blessed. I've been, been out, following people on your journey to Scotland, Wales. You've got Stealth, you've got Benny, Badger. You're all yachts. You're all taking us out on your journey with you. You might be on your own in the woods, but you're not your own in the woods, because
Caroline's everyone's there going, watching.
I see what you're doing.
Ali, hiya, mate.
Yeah, Ali said about white poppies. I've never seen white poppies.
Right, white poppies is right. The red poppy is for the fallen of the Commonwealth and the UK.
Yeah.
Okay? The white poppy is to remember fallen civilians and members of foreign forces outside the UK. It was set up by the People's Peace Movement. Okay. I have no issue with it. I have no issue with people that choose to wear the poppy, people that don't choose to wear the poppy, because those that get a poppy get the red poppy from the
I must say, I'm a bit disappointed this year.
That funding goes towards an organisation. Remembrance Day is about remembrance. Now, I will tell you this, and I don't care if it offends or upsets somebody. So Remembrance Day for me is remembering friends of mine. It's remembering my relatives, the fallen, people I've never met, okay? But also in my thoughts at all times on Remembrance Sunday, as well as all those, there are our foes, the civilians, the innocents, the young families around the world, not just of my people, but maybe my enemy's people, that are going to get that bad notion. Okay, politicians start wars, start all this off. The guy on the ground, invariably, the guy on the ground, he's just doing what he's told to do. Okay, I have no animosity against any of the enemies that I've ever had in this life. I carry no ill will to them. As my grandfather said to me, he fought in the Second World War. He fought in a very, very tight role, right up on the front edge, moving guys in on invasions, fleets, and doing spec ops with the Marines and commandos and people like that. And I once said to him, I said, "Oh, as a kid, you must hate the Germans." And he said, "No." He said, after the war, he met a German submarine captain from a submarine that they'd captured, right? And he said, we become friends and we contact one another regularly. So I know his family, knows my family. So there's a moving beyond and a thought process that has to go to it.
Well, I hope you don't mind me reading this, but I was on the internet today and I was on the Wives Memorial line, and they had this, and I thought it was this is obviously a Tommy from the Second World War, and it says, "Is it time to go, sir? It is, son. But will you miss me, sir? Who will miss me, sir? You will be missed dearly, son. My mother, sir, will she miss me? Yes, she will, son. My father, sir, will he miss me? Yes, he will, son. My darling Irene, my little Rosie, will she ever know me? She will, son. She will see you in the rising and the setting of the sun. She will see you in the rain and through the tears of those who love and have loved you. Hear that bugle, son? That's for you. Every year you will be missed, but loved forever. But I'm afraid, sir. Come now, lad, it's time to go. No need for fear. Take my hand. Let's walk together through this sea of red and onward. Don't look back now. Onward, lad, onward." I thought that was, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's, yeah. every has their memories. Every generation has its conflicts, has its winners and losers. The Red Poppy, the Legion, and Remembrance Sunday is for the fallen of our Commonwealth. Okay, but yeah, I always spare a thought. I always have a thought for not just those, but those of our allies. And like I say, yeah, one day somebody's your enemy, and another day they're your friend. It's we can't carry hatred towards peoples, and that there are ignorant people out there, there are silly people out there, but as we get older we start to learn that you have to just, we're all human beings at the end of the day. So for me on Remembrance Sunday, yes, I'm remembering a couple of people especially. Yeah, it's a hard day. It's a hard day, and it's a hard day for many others. So I'm not going to dwell and glory on it. Yeah, it's just one of those, isn't it? One of those. So yeah, just get through it. And like I say, I don't care personally how somebody remembers or what they choose to do for their own act of remembrance. That's their business. Okay. As long as they're remembering, as long as they're taking the time to give thought to the sacrifice of so many, that's what's really important. And again, like I say, I stand there and I think about our allies, our American brothers and sisters, Canadian brothers and sisters from Africa, many other nations, Australia, New Zealand. Don't really forget the New Zealanders. Yeah. Kiwi won't let me live that down if I forgot the New Zealanders. But yeah, you know, there are so many people. So again, it's an act of remembrance, remembering our fallen, and yeah. So okay. That's as political as I'm getting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Sticks, are you prepared for?
Yes. So, camp next week. Are you ready for it, Sticks? Are you ready for it? Is there anybody here that's coming that is thinking to themselves, I need some kit? Is there anything that I'm going to need to dig out of my gear and bring along as a spare for anybody? Let me know now, or forever freeze your tits off.
He will be bringing some of these compressed logs for people to look at and sniff. God, they really smell. I like it sounds silly. They really smell woody.
It's going to be dry, but it is going to be cold. Looking at the long range weather forecast.
Oh, that's all right. Because I believe Jason is doing a lamb.
Yes, so Jason is going to be, we suggested last time at the camp, I turned around and went, a leg of lamb over the fire.
Sticks wants us to.
So Jason's going to be doing a Moroccan leg of lamb and roasted vegetables with that.
And it's something different for you, Mac.
I know Mac's got an allergy to lamb, so Jason's already aware of that. He's going to be knocking you up something different, Mac. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good camp. It's
that's a shame.
Like I say, the 5.5 litre kettle, and
so any of you that
do camps, I was quite impressed with this. So any of you that do camps and that 5.5 litre kettle, stainless steel, it's pressed, so there's no seam in the bottom. This is one piece construction up to here. So that gives it a little bit more strength. That means there's nothing to blow out the bottom.
And it's wide enough to put your ration packs in as well.
It's even got a little lid.
It's got a whistle.
Little lid on the spout, so spiders don't climb into your brew. The plastic handle here is a bit suspect. I think that'll probably end up melting off, and hopefully that's one piece.
It does have any problem down the woods, actually.
I'm going to take a bit of chain.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and it's even got a little
golden rule with what anyone ever using something like that on a camp. Golden rule is you tell everybody keep a cup near the water. You say if you've taken a cup out, put a cold cup back in.
Yeah.
and you keep it on the heat the whole time.
So everyone's always got water.
Yeah. So yeah, and that was
it was £11. That
£11.
That was Temu.
Yeah. So we won't be struggling and doing 1 or 2 cups at a time.
Yeah. Or you can bring bloody Mahusive mugs.
Which means just before I hit the sack, as I'm stoking up my hot tent,
Badger say looking forward to the aftermath.
I will fill up the hot water bottle, set up the hot water bottle. Yeah. Yes.
I mean, if it's going to be cold, it's perfect for trying all these underquilts in your hammocks, because I mean, some are hammocking and you're hot tenting.
I'm hammocking.
You're hammocking,
I'm hammocking, but I'm going to have a go at rigging some sort of hot tent up with my tarps. So I've got a picture in my mind of how I can set the tarp out and then sit my stove at one end, so that if I wanted to, I could use it. But yeah.
No, I think it's going to be a sideless, probably freezer. Sideless can.
Yeah, hot water bottles. That is the golden tip. Hot water bottle into your sleep system. 20 minutes before you hit the sack.
Yeah.
Right, and then just do what you got to do. Yeah, get yourself sorted. Climb into that nice warm sleeping bag. Go to bed warm. Stay warm. Go to bed cold. Stay cold.
Especially if you're going to change into like nighttime socks.
Yeah.
Just hang them off the stove.
Yeah.
Before you put them on.
That's it. Simple things, simple preparation. I mean, it's the oldest thing is people often forget the sleeping bags, quilts and things like that. Then they don't generate heat; they just trap body heat. So if you've got cold to the point where your body is absolutely freezing, your core temperature has dropped, it's not going to do a lot for you. But if you can get a little bit of warmth into it before you get into it, then that's going to help.
Bush Cross Sussex, he said that he slept in a hammock last year and he found it really, he was frozen in the morning. But now they've got the under quilts and they're
so what I'll do, I'll have my under quilt. I'll also have a space blanket set up in the under quilt, so that basically.
How exactly?
I'm using the under quilt really as just like a little bit of a thermal barrier, and then with the space blanket lining the underquilt, that's going to help to reflect some of my body heat back into the hammock. And then the system that I've got over me,
Jess, they use they got tarps as well. You look back on the I think the Angry Beaver camp, they got the tarps and
Jess, you're like me. I hate sleeping bags. I just get wrapped up in it.
We got woobies.
I just
You got that's a Russian wool blanket there,
I've got the Russian wool blanket, so that'll be coming along with me. Basically, a Russian wool blanket and a woobie. That's me. I'm done. I know I'm going to be as toasty as can be. But I've also got, which I'll be taking along with me to the camp up there, rolled up there, my full woobie setup, which is that is a woobie, that is the tarp in a taco shell, with a reflective blanket, all US Marine style issue.
So it's a right test out, would it be perfect, wouldn't it?
I mean, that system works brilliantly. I'm looking forward to trying that. Yeah, windbreak for the underquilt makes a massive improvement. Yeah, agree with you, Jess. The wool blanket, I like taking that with me on the camp because it's got so many places for it to be. It's not just for sleeping. Chuck it over your shoulders when you sat around the fire. I'm a big natural fibre man. I like wools. I like leathers. I'm not so much a hide person. There's the thing with animal hides, there are only really for freezing conditions. There are only 2 hides really worth their money for the fur and the heat and retention. One is reindeer. Okay.
We were looking at those in Norway, but £70 was
reindeer
too much.
And the other one's bear.
Yeah.
Basically, both because they're both hollow fibre hairs, which are quite rare in the animal kingdom. And are absolutely brilliant for holding heat. Things like wool or lamb's wool, sheep's wool, and that. It, as a skin, it's okay. It's more of a padding than an insulator. When it's actually woven into a jumper or something like that, yeah, then it's got its own. Or like the Russian blanket, which isn't a woven blanket, it's a felted blanket. So that goes back to the old Mongolian technique of rolling the wool and making a felt from it.
After a goat skin jerkin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were looking at them, Jess, when we were in Norway. We went away a couple of times, but so there was like £70 onwards, and at a time we didn't really do that.
Didn't have the money either, did we?
Yeah, if we went, yeah, we'd definitely bring back a reindeer hide. I can't go near goat skins. We used to have your mum had long-haired goat skins in her Mark 10 Jag, and she gave them to us. And every time I walked on them, it made my bottom of my feet itchy. Couldn't do it. Reindeer's not itchy, no. Oh no, the Russian blanket. No, it's not. It's okay. Bear with me 2 seconds. Get it up. We'll try and show you the difference. That was from eBay, wasn't it? Yeah. It wasn't expensive either, was it? No. eBay? eBay, I think it was about a tenner, wasn't it? Yeah. No, Dad's not getting a blanket for you to come sit on you, Herbert. Oh, and for those of you that are collecting up your wood pellet for your winter systems and that, yeah, when your old waterproof bags are no longer waterproof, they make brilliant wood pellet sacks. Yeah. So yeah. So let's try and show you this. So this is a Russian blanket. It's 6.5, 7 foot long. It's got like about 4 foot wide, in it, isn't it? Yeah. There's a sort of weird sort of sparkle in it. And it's felt. So basically, it's a rolled felt blanket rather than a woven blanket, which actually tends to make them a little bit more thermally efficient, quite resistant to moisture, very, very strong, and as you can tell from there, quite thick. It is about 5 millimeters thick. So I have heard. And the dog's curled up on it. Yeah, I knew he would. You'd have might as well just leave it there now. But yeah, Jess. Are you comfy there, mate? The native deer skins from this country, they are good, but it's just that if you want really, really cold, then obviously reindeer is better. But I mean, yeah, our ancestors would have used deer skins. Invariably, the hides were used because they were, once they prepared, it was a tough, hard wearing, long lasting material. And if you're preparing hide for clothing, if you put if you wear the hide inside out, or what we would call inside out, so you've got the fur side on the inside, and then you grease the actual hide on the outside, you can waterproof it. Yeah, I think it's a spray you put to stop the deer skin the fur coming out the deer skins. There is. You have to feed it. Yeah. You have to feed it, or it will shed. Any hide will. So basically, you'd wear the fur on the inside with the greased leather facing out, which will give you your waterproof layer. And again, probably better for goat, actually. Yeah, I mean, goat hide's not the toughest. Deer hide's not the toughest. Actually, for strength. No. East Anglia, he has goat skin, don't they? Yeah, I think it's goat skin. Deer hides all. Yeah, they're just saying it's brittle and it does shed, but you can get spray for it. But yeah, if it got cold, I should imagine it. If it comes to being cold, I'd rather have a wool blanket than an animal hide, unless it was reindeer or bear. Purely and simply because
I don't find they're quite as efficient. And I'll be honest with you, in all honesty, I think in a lot of cases, the whole hide thing, it's an aesthetic.
You take it easy, and we'll speak to you soon. And good luck for this week.
Yeah, Charlie, take care. Much blessings, mate. All the best. I know. I think it's an aesthetic thing as well. Which is a lot of. I mean, let's face it. If you're making videos and you're making films, there is a lot of aesthetics out there. There is a lot of doing certain things to fulfill certain parameters. I mean, it's like my oil lamp. We have a saying at our camp in the evenings as it gets dark. We normally look out and go, "Oh, look, it's Kent o'clock," and then we light the paraffin lamp up.
I'm sure he's afraid of the dark. Sure he's afraid of the dark.
And then we hang it up. And don't get me wrong, if you've got nothing else, that paraffin lamp is a brilliant item. But compared to a single LED, solar charged lantern, it's pants. But it gives a nice aesthetic.
I've got a few from Temu. These were USB charged lights, and they got hooks on, so they were quite. I think about £1 each. Yeah. I think they were. They're brilliant.
Yeah, but, Cujo, you're right there. The hottest animal on the planet is a reindeer and merino wool jumper.
Yeah.
Merino wool. Okay, so merino wool. Merino wool is a very fine wool. Makes an absolutely the dog's danglies when it comes to thermals, socks. It's hard wearing. It's antibacterial. It's you won't get a lot of body.
That's the one they have in Australia, isn't it?
Yeah, you won't get a lot of body smell in it. Bacteria doesn't survive in it. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Love it.
Yeah, actually, you said about Mallory. Well, I always find it amazing that the ladies during the Victorian time used to climb in skirts.
Yeah.
That's
could be a bit drafty up there. Yeah. But again, when you look back at old clothing, old materials, you look back at things like tweed.
Yeah, Mallory climbed in Everest in tweed and cotton.
Yeah.
They found it, didn't they, about 10 years ago?
Well, you look at tweed. I mean, let's face it, tweed wool jackets are still a staple of the countryside because they're so hard wearing. They will last you. The old saying is you'll buy a jacket as a boy and wear it as a man. The modern material, don't get me wrong. If you're talking waterproof, breathability, Gore-Tex, it's great stuff and it's light. But I would still rather have a really good tweed jacket or a wax cotton system, to be honest with you. I'd rather have that little bit of extra weight. And the whole waxed cotton jackets, whether they be drovers jackets, bell staffs, anything like that.
Yeah.
The amount of people I meet that live and work outdoors.
Benny, I love your little dog coat.
They go with them. They will swear by that, and I will too.
Yeah, you've got got a drover's coat, haven't you?
Yeah,
that's
donkey years old now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad's on a Gore-Tex is a noise. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Gore-Tex, from a military point of view, brilliant. It's light. It's easily replaced, and so on. But yeah.
Oh, but that drover's coat, we got that from Mole Valley
Farmers.
Yeah.
So anybody that's interested in getting themselves a drover's coat or wants somewhere to go and look for okie doke sticks, got your message, not a problem, mate. So anybody wants to look at things like drover's coat, hard wearing outdoors gear. Here in southern England, I don't know about the rest of the country, but look at your local farmers' supply stores.
I think in Scotland they have Mole Valley.
Yeah, Mole Valley, Scats.
It used to be Scats.
And then, these sort of places. Because you'll be surprised that they do some good deals. Don't get me wrong, there's some of the kit you walk in there. Harris tweed, God, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. You'll only ever buy one in your life. But you will see the barber jackets, and if you look, you'll see the equivalent of the barber's jackets.
And also,
farmers don't have a lot of money.
If you see the country shows on near you, they're always a great place to get some of your waterproof, your barber type clothes and your boots.
That's where I used to buy all my shotgun cocktails, wasn't it?
And the country shirts.
Yeah, countryman shirts and that. In fact, I bought a set of tweeds years ago. That was the Royal South Bath and West
showground, yeah.
And I paid about a third of what they should have cost me because it was the last day of the show. And that was my other tip to people. Always go on the last day of a show or an event like that. And then you can pick up the bargains. And I can tell you how tight I am. This is country lad for you. So I used to go to one here near here at Reading.
Hi, Jackie.
It was a shoot show, countryside show. So I used to go there. Now, the cartridges of choice for me, for my shotgun, used to cost me $5.49 for 25. Okay, but I could go to the show on the last day and buy a box of 25 for £1.50. So that's why I went to the show on the last day, because I would walk in there with a rucksack on, walk in and go, right, I'll have 1,000 of them then, please. You know,
Norwegian yellow,
save me a fortune.
Waterproof. Yeah, it's funny that that we went to, when we were at that Royal Bath and West show. We were inside one of the buildings, and I see this person carrying this animal. And I looked at him. I thought it was a small dog first. I went, no. And I went to the person and said, "Excuse me." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Is that a skunk?" And he goes, "Yeah." Oh, it was so cute. It was so cute.
Let's go through some of the comments. All right.
Night, Trina.
Your
best, lovey. I'll catch up with your mum on WhatsApp now.
Lamp on to the camp's now working in a shed since on the roof. Yeah, nice. I've got a big old barber. It's 15 plus years old. It's awesome. Yeah, Bushcraft Sussex now, brilliant. Gore-Tex downside is a noise. Kiwi, I like your driver's coat, mate. Yeah, me too, mate. I love my driver's coat. Lee Michelle, if you're newbies, don't watch Grizzly Gaz before going out. I love merino wool, wicks up sweat a lot better
That's
than
a bargain, Lee.
One thing you don't need when you're out is to sweat as it starts freezing. Yeah, adjust your layers all the time. Yeah. Keep yourself at an ambient temperature. What you want to be is around your body's temperature, not above it, not below it. Keep yourself nice and even. If you start to sweat, slow down, remove layers before you get overheated. Because once you've got those layers wet, you're going to suffer. Yeah.
Actually, you'll be seen from a distance, though.
Lee, I just got that. Yeah, Grizzly Gaz.
Yeah,
I love Grizzly Gaz, but yeah, he does seem to get attacked by a lot of things, strange things in the woods, dark night and night. Yeah, big imagination, small dog. Yeah, don't be afraid. There's nothing out there in the dark that's not there during the light.
Maybe off. Showing off. It does. It's amazing, it because you have to. When you see some thermals you get, they're like feel like nothing, do they? But you have a couple of layers. When the air can circulate between the two, it's definitely a lot better.
No, that's all right. Sticks, not a problem, mate. Yeah, that's not a problem. I mean, I just come up there and I just thought I'd say, yeah, let you know I'd seen it. Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. I can pick you up. No worries at all. Layering is the key, TJ. Multiple layers, and adjust your body as you go.
Yeah, don't overheat yourself, because then you're going to sweat and then you're going to get soggy and Yes, it's true, Benny. It's scared. It's not being alone in the woods. It's not being alone in the woods.
You're never alone in the woods.
Yeah. Especially when you're...
Yep. I was just saying, you saw some people leaving, you just wanted to send some love. Yeah, no worries, mate. Yeah,
Benny, how is Graham? Miss seeing the little chap. His little coat. He's so cute.
Yeah, I got a... In actual fact, I've lost it. I went through trying to find it the other day, my old British issue Woolly Pulley. So I have to look out for another one, or a German one. They're good Woolly Pulleys. Yeah.
I've like, we've got a Shih Tzu in the woods sounding like...
As Derek's just pointed out, there's summer there. Yeah, there's a few nights when it never gets dark in the woods. Oh, you lucky devil. It's dark here now by
4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah, pretty much 4 o'clock. It's dark here. It's not getting light till 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning.
I couldn't imagine not having a night. I just because I'm a bit of I'm a night owl.
Yeah.
So during the day I can be quite sort of lethargic, and then at night it's when I come alive. There's no night. I mean,
doesn't she? I mean, I was saying to Owen, I'm going to have to start doing my walks at 3 o'clock in the morning. She wants to come with me. TJ, get a Malinois. Nothing in the woods will scare you. Yeah, I'll go along with that. Yeah,
buffalo
John,
jacket.
Yeah, the buffalo jacket, the old softie. You can't. I've got one in the car. I've had.
Is that the one you tore the fluff out?
Yeah, but about 5 years now. I ought to replace it, to be honest with you. But that is now to the point where it's all marked and it's got the odd tear in it and it's got the intentional tear. So that is my backup jacket. It lives in the boot of the car in a bag, and it's just there in case.
He is a jacket fiend. He loves jackets.
Oh, I've got too
Don't
many.
you?
Got too many. In fact, yeah, there might even be a giveaway coming up when we get to.
Very good, Sussex.
I am.
Always thought a Shih Tzu was a zoo with no animals. So,
so what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a bit of a thin out. I've just suddenly gone, do you know what? I'm going to announce a giveaway.
Yeah, our Willow, our little fella, he's 17 months old. He is, a little. I don't believe what they say. You say, oh, the Shih Tzus, they're just a lap dog. They don't hunt. That's rubbish. He's already killed 3 mice. So, yeah.
2,000 giveaway. Right. 2,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm going to be chucking out somebody brand spanking new. Only ever been worn once by myself. I'll even autograph it if you want it. It's in size XL. It is the Kit Pimp SAS style smock. Now this smock is windproof. It's not waterproof. It has a series of pockets around the bottom here. Large pocket there.
Vents and
2 hip pockets. 2 chest pockets.
Velcro on it.
2 internal mat pockets, 1 each side.
What size is it?
Roll up hood.
You see the size of the zips on those. They are huge.
Monster zips. Okay. Yeah. This is 35% cotton, 65% polyester, written off.
So that'll be the 2,000 giveaway, and at the moment we're on 1,800, so only got 200 to go. Yeah. So as we get closer, we'll remind you again. Or it'd be just a matter of people dropping a name by email, and we'll just draw on lucky person out.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I'll stick that up. That can be. Yes. My dog has definitely fallen in love with the Russian blanket.
Yeah, he loves that. Here you go. Let
me fold it for him.
He has stolen the Russian blanket.
In actual fact, well, there you go. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, little man. Come on in.
For all to see.
There you go. There you go.
No, he says, no, you don't got there.
No, he's angry with me. Yeah, so there we go. That's
same as always. It'll be done on the live.
It'll be done on a live. It'll be called on a live as normal. If you don't see my face say it, you ain't won it. Simple as. So that is going to be part of our 2,000 subscriber giveaway. Kaz and me will have a look for another item, and what we will do this time, because it's 2,000, 2 people will get called out.
Yeah, we'll find a second. We'll have a second prize as well.
Be a 2-person giveaway. So yeah, there we go.
As you can see, the Willow is loving the Russian blanket. He's up there.
Has found his place. Yeah, so that's what we'll do for that. So there you go.
His little paws tucked in.
Yeah, happy little soul. Yeah. Yeah. So there we go. The Kit Pimp smock. What can I say about it? Love it. It's a great smock. I see it's nice olive drab, it's ripstop. It is not 100% waterproof. It is light shower proof. It is not waterproof, but it is windproof.
But you suppose you can.
But there is no reason why you couldn't waterproof it. But again, what I would look at with that, if I was using that as an outdoor system, I would probably look at a light Gore-Tex layering system to slide underneath it, because the beauty of that is it is literally a built-in webbing system. You've got all those pockets around the base area, almost like wearing your own belt rig on you. And they are very, very, very handy. It is a quality item. Do like it. Did a great review on it. Unfortunately, at the moment, I have
so many coats.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4 combat smocks of various types. 3 waterproof jackets, softies, lightweights, you name it. I've got it coming out of my ear rolls. So again, the item was bought in to do a review on. I bought it, brought it in, did a review on it, liked it.
Mary's coming.
And then that can go out and be somebody else's bonus.
White Tiger Lily.
Yeah, brilliant, John. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Tiger Lily. How you doing?
Still.
Trish, Parker jackets. Looking. Yeah. Can't go wrong with a good old Parker jacket.
The thing is, like, you're right, Lee. The more pockets you got, you don't have to carry a rucksack of that because you've got pockets.
Well, that's it. The pockets on that will take an Osprey bottle. You've got 2 small.
Well, that back one, you can put your
pockets that will take an Osprey
tarp in the back of that, couldn't you?
Yeah, you can fit your tarp in the back. You could then that gives you a fire pocket, a sundries pocket, not even counting the chest pockets. You've got a shoulder pocket. Yeah, it's really well thought out. Basically, what they did was Kit Pimp are brilliant. Kit Pimp basically started out by making stuff that squaddies actually wanted. They based it on British issue kits. So they took like the MTP smock and went, "What do you want?" And the guys turned around and said, "Want it waterproof? Want this? Want that?" They were the guys that, when the Mark 1 was out, they were literally copying it, but taking the mesh out, because all the squaddies were going, "This mesh liner is a pain in the arse. It snags on everything." So they were doing it. They were changing the pockets. And that's where that developed from. It pretty much came out as a civilianised version of that.
We're still looking for the right property.
And it's, I can't fault it. It's got loops inside the pockets. It's got loops for anchor points for all your lines and that. So if you've got your dummy lines in, things like your knife on, your compass on, your whistle on, and so on, you can just clip them in there. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, that's got the wire hood. That's got a wire reinforced hood as well, so that you can set the hood up for yourself exactly as you want. Absolutely perfect.
I quite like it. It's too small for him though.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. That's the only problem, isn't it? It's sort of size related, but hey, I will chuck it out there if somebody wins it. If it's not your size, eBay it.
Yeah, or maybe you can use it to swap for someone else for some bit of kit that would.
Yeah. Or do a swap with it.
Yeah.
95 issue smock, brilliant bit of kit. They were a good bit of kit.
Have you this week? You've got is it your fan review?
Yeah, I've got to do a little fan review this week. So I've been sent a stovetop fan. So I've got to do a video on that this week. So I'm going to go over to my mate Tim's, make use of his range at home, and also do one on the log stove. So this little fan is basically a self-generating fan for the top of a wood stove. But I'm going to take it on the camp with me, because what I want to do is see if I set up a hot tent, is it going to move the air around the hot tent a bit. It's not I'm not expecting it to like whoosh hot air up one end,
with its own little,
but just circulate the air around a little bit.
It's got its own magnetic temperature thing, isn't
it? Compass. Yeah. Thermometer. That's the one. That's the bugger. A thermometer. Yeah. I've got a large Afghan community here now. Yeah.
So what about you Wednesday? Mac, are you?
My daughter. Yeah. So right, I'm losing my. Lee Michelle says his missus says he's got too much kit, so I persuaded her to give me a bigger shed.
No, the thing is, it's sometimes it's always good to go around and move things about, because you find that when you stack stuff up, you haven't stacked it maybe the best.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh, sheep sitting.
Oh, badger, sheep sitting. Oh, I've done a fair bit of that in my time.
Yeah, our son is a fully qualified shepherd, isn't he?
So that's early lambs, isn't it? Is it lambing or you just keeping an eye on a couple of sheep for somebody? So
yeah, take care, badger, and
I've done my fair share of that.
Mm.
Yeah, buggers they are.
Yeah, 1 year old. Oh, hoggets.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're not quite ripe yet.
Just been topped. All right, yeah.
Oh, just been topped. Yeah, excellent, excellent, excellent. There's a happy ram walking around bow-legged then. Oh,
you going to good for you, Mac. Oh, fishing trip. Yeah.
Excellent, mate. Excellent. A session, eh? A session. What are you after, Mac? Is it going to be on the carp or you up there for pike? Because bear in mind, it's that time of year now.
I'm actually thinking about getting myself another Mitchell 6-footer and I'm going to go doing a bit of pike fishing myself.
Right, so El Croc, yeah, I tried the fan on a couple of the radiators around the house. The larger radiators, it didn't want to know. But my bathroom radiator, which is a little bit dumpier, yeah, I managed to get it going on that. So, yeah, it's...
Yeah, because you put it, you one in the bedrooms, weren't you? You put it above it and
yeah. It's... I don't want to say too much. I've done the review, and again, it's one of those bits of kit. It's the same as the water purifier. If somebody sends me a bit of kit to review, I'm always honest with them. I say I'm going to try it. I'm not just going to send it to me. I'll unbox it, review it, tell you it's brilliant. I want to try it. I actually want to see, does it work? 2, is it practical? And 3, is it something, if I could afford it, I would actually look at buying to use myself. Okay. Those are my parameters. So the water purifier, we're testing out, we're trying it. And it's, at the moment, it seems all right. I'm quite happy with it so far. But the final video will be me trialing it, putting it through its paces, so I can give you an honest opinion. People watch my videos.
The people that send the fan, they actually gave an option of 3.
Yeah.
And there was one without the thermometer, one with, it's one you had, and they also do one that's a double.
Yeah.
Double fan one.
So yeah, and it requires no electricity. So basically, it's got a heat reactive cell in it that generates enough electricity to drive its little electric motor. So if it's one of those things, if you've got a wood burning stove at home, why not? It's going to move the air, and any air movement is better than no air movement. What I didn't realise until it came and I read the instructions, they actually have a sweet spot. If your stove is running really, really hot, you can't put it on there. So I would advise anybody that's going to get one to get a thermometer. The same companies that sell them will sell you a little simple magnet thermometer that you stick on there, and it will tell you what the sweet spot is. Because I found testing it this week, even with my little wood stove, the temperature could go well above what was the sensible parameters for that fan. So it's one of those things. And I think what's happened, where I've seen a couple of other people that said, oh, I got one, it worked for a week and then it packed up. And that is purely simple because they've overheated the cell in it, killed the cell, and that's it. It just becomes a bit scrap metal.
The water filter, it's one that you can run off solar. panels.
Yeah. I'm not going to get all the other bits and pieces out with it because
that is quite a nice little.
It's £13. Okay, it's a reverse osmosis water filter purifier, not filter. It's a purifier. It is actually a purifier. So basically, that's input side there, which you drop into whatever your water source is, and on this side you've got two outputs. This one's drinking water, so that goes through the reverse osmosis system. Now, whenever you use a reverse osmosis system, you also end up with a dirty water side. Now, that dirty water side, they put through a charcoal filter. Now, the idea of that water is the sort of thing you could use for washing your hands in. It's the sort of thing you could use for just cleaning a bit of kit. It's not going to be as purified as the drinking water side because reverse osmosis works on a double filtration, a pressure system. So you always end up with a dirty side and a clean side. The clean side comes absolutely clean. The
filters last for a long time, don't they?
My testing on this so far, and replacement filters for 2 replacement filters, it's 26 quid. Okay, but they do have a good lifespan. Now, testing so far, I'm quite impressed with it. I'm quite pleased with it. I'm coming to the point now where I'm coming up towards the final tests. And just to let you guys know, because it's going to be an interesting one, the final test is going to involve a hydrometer. Because I'm going to put a couple of pints of Guinness through it. Then I'm going to see if it can take the clean drinking water out of the Guinness.
And whether there's any alcohol.
With no alcohol in it. That will be an ultimate test for that for me as well. I see it. I have seen these tested with urine, and it does work. And take it from me, it does work.
A lot of people use Coke as well.
Yeah, Coca-Cola and things like that. But I want to try Guinness. I want to see if it will take the alcohol out. Now, I'm having to look into the legality of that because, as somebody pointed out to me, if you're extracting the water and leaving the other resources, isn't that distilling? Because that's what distilling does. It removes the water from a spirit or from an alcohol producing a spirit. Is anybody up for a pint of Guinness whiskey?
Yeah, he's not gonna do the pee test. It's been done, so yeah.
I've looked at what other
bad girls can do that sort of thing.
Yeah, I've looked at what other people have done testing it. There's plenty of reviews out there on it, including 1 or 2 that should have read the instructions before they used it. But the majority of the reviews have literally been people taking it out of the box, chucking one end into a stream, taking water out and going, oh yeah, nice clean water. No, I want to put it through a little bit more than that. I want to actually be able to say to you, before I put my name to their item, I've got to know it works. I've got to know it's efficient, it's good, and it does what it says on the tin.
Yeah, Bushcraft, we were actually watching Jack Hargreaves yesterday, taking his bags of apples and his old pork barrel over to the bloke to press the apples, and then the apple he was going to take back for, and before he even said it, goes spreading to encourage your neighbour's pheasants into your land.
Guinness concentrators output. Yeah, I'm just wondering if what I'm ended up with is Guinness cordial. Now, isn't that
like you're getting like the old soda streams? You just get the syrup, didn't you?
Just get some fizzy water, chuck it in. There you go, Guinness concentrate.
Yeah, he's only going to do. He's just going to do it the once. Otherwise, he would not be doing that with Guinness.
Yeah.
Poor Paul Deer's going no.
No, what I'll do, I won't do Guinness. I will go to the.
You got to say, hi, John. Get some pants on.
John, why haven't you got any trousers on? For God's sake, put your pants on. Yes, blimey, we don't need to see that.
Hey.
God, hey, Benny, sort him out.
Have a word.
Have a word, mate. Goodness sake, we got young ladies on the channel here. Don't need to see that, John. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got this evening we did gammon.
Yeah.
We roasted gammon. And to make it feel really much better, I used Manuka honey on the honey glaze.
Yeah.
And we got that and pumpkin pie.
And pumpkin pie tonight. Pumpkin pie tonight. In about 16 minutes, I'm going to be sitting downstairs watching this back, and
we were sitting there yesterday
eating pumpkin pie,
watching Jack Hargreaves preparing this pumpkin.
Yeah. Yeah. Brilliant, Benny.
Night Bushcraft, Sussex.
Yeah, Night Bushcraft, Sussex. Take care. Have a great week, mate. Yeah.
You need to chase it with a Jameson chaser.
Yes, that's about the only way that you can actually get salt water into the human body. Yeah, it is via an enema. And even then, you've got to be careful.
Benny, you're a bad child.
Yeah, so, my mate, so there's going to be a lot of people saying to me, you can't do that to Guinness, but I've actually been given permission by an Irishman. An Irishman has given me permission and said, you may do it, mate. Only once.
Yeah. Don't get a habit of it.
Don't get a habit of it. Yeah. But, yeah, that's where we're going with that. Giving that a try. So yeah, so like I say, that's
He's back up there again. It's really tucked in now. Look at it. That's
his spot now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's his
spot. It was a Russian blanket.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure that's clear for him now. That's the dog has found his Sunday night spot for the live stream. So in future,
everyone can see him.
You will see me sitting like this, Kaz sitting like that, and his lordship will be.
Oh look, I'm good. I tickle your leg.
Yeah. Right, so what's everybody else up to this week? All right, so what am I up to this week? So yeah, I've got to get out and do a video. I've got to do the video on the fan. Got to do a prep video. I've already done.
Chest of drawers up tomorrow.
Yeah. You guys, all right. So you guys, in all honesty, so it's going to seem a bit weird now because videos. I'm making my videos a week ahead. Okay.
Work.
Yeah, doing my videos a week ahead, so that what I can do. I'm if something happens, like I get ill or something like that, or I've got to go and have some more tests, I'm not going to have a week where I suddenly go, I ain't got nothing, because I've been caught like that. So what I'm doing now, I'm doing my videos 1 week. They will then put up on the members side. If anybody wants to become a member, you don't have to. It's one of those things, isn't it? But I put it up for the members to review. And then that becomes my video for next week. So the video that you saw this week, which was my first ever voiceover video, bloody, that's hard to do. That is hard to do. Trying to, God, that was difficult. That was hard. Do you know what? That was the toughest video I've ever made. Because sitting there trying to read something and then. So I hope you enjoyed it. But
so El Croc, so you can do dehydrated beer for backpackers.
I was thinking about dehydrated water. I was thinking if I can do powdered water,
beer jerky. Ooh.
Who said beer jerky? Who said jerky?
Lee Michael Michelle.
Oh yeah, beer jerky and beer. Oh, you're on something there, brother. You're on something there. So yeah. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, cheers, Kiwi. Glad you liked it. Next week's video, for those who might be interested in what's coming this week, is already made. It's out there. I'm doing some burn testings. I am racing 2 stoves. I have 2 camping wood stoves, and
the Timu one and the bigger one, isn't it?
Yeah, the Outbacker. And what I'm using is one of the eco-friendly fire logs, but I'm racing them, and I'm racing them hard. It's interesting.
And if anyone of you has got Poundland near you, you can get the logs in they come in the paper bag.
Yeah, the eco-friendly ones.
Eco-friendly ones in Poundland at the moment.
Yeah, and so I did a test on those, and I tried a brand new technique. I tried a method.
Bushcraft Rebooted.
Yeah, I tried a method, and it seemed to work very, very well. But I'll leave that for this week's video. It should be up about Thursday for you.
We've got a new one.
Oh, Bushcraft Rebooted. Hi, mate. How you doing? Hope you're good. Hope everything's fine with you. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the community. The madhouse, as Caroline likes to call it. Basically, we're just a group of outdoorsy people that come together, formed our own community, and tend to take over the world.
Dee's mum, can we have some?
What's Dee's? No, Dee's mum's my favourite.
Is it pancakes, bacon, eggs for lunch?
Derek's mum's my favourite. She.
You're very welcome, Bushcraft. Did we do this every Sunday?
We do this every Sunday.
I think we had 34 people in today.
Yeah, I think we did. And at the end of the day, it's just a way of people being able to get together, have a chat, have a laugh, socialise, meet others, swap ideas, take it easy. Relax, enjoy themselves. It's.
New Hampshire, US. Oh, welcome. We've got
New Hampshire, USA.
We've got four Americans in the house today.
See, they're taking over. Well, welcome, and it's absolutely lovely to have you. We got John Kennedy. He's in St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah, we got
Hang Tough. He's up in Oregon. We got Virginia Bushcraft. Funnily enough, he's Virginia.
And
we got Observation Choice Charlie. We got FU Crew in Chicago. So
we've got quite a few.
Yeah. To my American friends, howdy. Yeah. No, I'm not even going to do that. I'm not going to do a Kent on you. It's all right.
Thank you, but it's a good time. It's out by a well.
Welcome. And we do this every Sunday. It's as simple as that. It's just I let your hair down.
Any questions?
Share techniques, ideas, anything weird, wonderful, funny, strange you've come across. That's what we're about. We're all outdoorsmen, and we have guys from all over the world. And the other thing is,
you're very welcome.
Yeah, you're more welcome.
More the merrier.
Yeah,
it's nice.
And the nice thing is, because we're all from so many different environments and places, quite often we can share ideas. I might ask a question of how would you do that there? What's the environment you've got? Does this system work for you guys? Likewise, you're more than welcome to ask any of our guys here. We've got guys from Wales, Scotland, Norway, Ireland, New Zealand. So we've got guys all over the world. And that's it. We're all living in different environments. So it's great to be able to share technologies, ideas, methods. Yeah. It's absolutely wonderful fun.
It's nice. It's all because
and Mitch is in Farnborough, Hampshire, the original Hampshire. He likes Dad.
Yeah.
The original.
But what we find is, things you have in America, the rulings are different for you to us. So it's interesting for us to find out about your rules and what you're allowed to do, which we John and Virginia
it was interesting because a lot of our American friends think that we have no guns here at all. We do a lot of shooting in the UK. It's a little bit more restrictive with lots of rules and regulations behind it. But the weird one that was interesting was finding out last week that for me to have a rifle here, I'm literally told you need to get a moderator. Okay. Now, the moderator goes on my license with the firearm. Okay. But there's no extra taxation fee or anything like that on it. And I'm not forced to have one, but good idea to have one.
Jess has got a question.
To find out you guys, you've got to pay extra taxes, fees, and all the rest of it to get them.
Yeah, secret. It's brand sauce.
Jess. But the person you need to speak to, Jess, is Sticks Outdoors. When it comes to hand drills, bow drills,
and Lee Roberts.
Lee Roberts. Okay. Personally, mate, I'm not a fan of the hand drill at all. I'm a flint and steel man myself. I love a flint and steel. Bow drill, I can do bow drill. hand drill. Do you know what? I'd probably actually personally, rather than do a hand drill, probably go with the plough technique.
Jess, also, if you look back to the Angry Beaver camp video, you'll see Lee Roberts there, and he actually demonstrates to
he did a brilliant demonstration.
Everyone there about the hand drill, and he's quite in depth on the noises and that you expect to hear.
What we'll do, I'm going to be getting Lee Roberts up hopefully in the either the spring or the summer camp. Jess, I will make sure that you know well in advance. He is literally, for us guys that like our primitive stuff, he's our guru. He is.
Cheshire's a very nice place, rebooted.
It is a real, but hand drill, and I mean, in the past, what I've done, I've never succeeded with a hand drill. Never ever succeeded. I have succeeded using the plough system because I can get more pressure onto it. Okay, and that seemed to work for me. Hated it. It was hard work, and that's why for me it's not a go-to. Not in this environment. If you put me in an environment that was drier, hotter, warmer,
it all depends on the temperatures, and that's where it's damp.
Probably use it more.
Yeah, Lee Roberts is definitely our Ray Mears.
No. Ray Mears looks up to Lee Roberts. But yeah, Jess. Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the reboot. That's how we work. Yeah. It's information question. It's not always about
and I'm honest.
It can be about anything really.
I believe in honesty. As I said there, hand drill. It's never worked for me. And I know there's going to be guys out there that have done it, and hats off to you. Well done. The plough, would be the one I would go to. If I had no choice, it would be bow drill. Then it would be the plough system.
Yes, Delph says bow drills don't work in Wales.
Yeah, it's any friction technique. It takes mastering. That's the thing. It takes. It's one of those techniques. Once you've got it, I'm not poo-pooing it because once you've got it, you've got it. And I will say it is worth mastering. And like anything, it's master it.
He mastered it when he wasn't filming himself, and then he had issues when same with Owen,
it's finicky.
Yeah,
it can be finicky. That's the thing. But yeah, as many techniques as possible. Yeah, Jess. I mean, and the other thing is, Jess, build your community up your end, my love. Okay, there are people up there all over the place. It's funny. I didn't realise how many people that were into this sort of thing, even near me, that had knowledge, methods, ideas. Because, funnily enough, us the sort of the bushcrafters, the preppers, the wild campers, were quite a secretive little bunch. We tend to keep ourselves pretty much to ourselves. It's one of those things. You'd be surprised that you've once you start searching, you can build yourself quite a local community, and you'll find people in that community that have got these skill sets, they've got these abilities, they've got this knowledge. That's why, although I've taught people in the past, Mickey's our expert. No, I'm not an expert. I jump on that straight away. I'm not an expert. I'm still learning. If I had another 100 years in me, I don't think I could learn enough. You never do stop. Yeah, as Lee Michel said, it's one of those things. It takes a lot of practice in the right conditions. Bushcraft rebooted,
yeah.
Whenever you'll see in my videos, whenever I'm talking about fire, the first cigarette lighter first.
I don't smoke. But I get a big lighter.
Yeah,
because I like to burn joss sticks as well for the air.
Yeah, it's
Yes, Benny. Don't swear on your videos.
Yeah,
no.
Jess, we had a bit of a challenge earlier in the year with bow drill. There was lots of people getting involved in it, and to varying degrees of success. But I think every single person that did it will say it was worth doing.
Ray enjoyed it, didn't he?
Yeah.
that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, a lot of people, they dislike the ferro rod. Some people, it's
Jess, and that's it. You're determined to get as many skills as possible, and you're right, absolutely right. You try as many techniques as possible. What I've always said to people, I've got like 3 main go-tos when it comes to fire. Lighters first, okay, because I do survival. I'm not so much a bushcrafter, I'm a survivalist. So I work on a practical survival situation and mentality. So it's always a lighter first.
Exactly right.
Then backed up with a ferrocerium rod, and then if
your energy.
If I'm feeling arty after that, then I'll go to a flint and steel. Okay, that's my 3 go-tos. Bow drill, yeah, I can do bow drill. I've got bow drill kits here. It's just hard work. So, and that's the thing. Is what are you doing? Are you looking at bushcraft as the art of bushcraft, and then combining that as your survival skills? And bushcraft is an art. Are you purely looking at survival techniques, methodologies, and skills, which is where my origins are?
You did some chemical lighting, didn't you?
Oh, with, potassium permanganate and that. Yeah, it's there. And so again, it's what I do. What I've always said to people is find a technique that you like, perfect it. Once you've perfected it, once you've done that, and you know you can do that consistently, then start playing with the next one, and then build that up. But always have that backup. And it's a rule of everything is a rule of 3. All right. 3 fire lighting systems, 3 water systems, 3 shelter systems, always 3. When I say 3 shelter systems, I don't mean carry like 3 tops, but with your 3 layered shelter systems, it starts with your body, okay? Your conditioning within your own body. What can you take? Second layer is second tier of your shelter system is your clothing. And then your third tier of your shelter system is whether you're carrying a tarp, tent, whatever system you're going to apply to give that final shelter. So again, it's always 3s, always 3s. So the rule of 3, 3 tiers of clothing, 3 tiers of water, 3 tiers of fire. It's where to go. 3 tiers of navigation, so you can go sun, stars, compass. So
that's the best way to be rebooted. He's saying that he uses lighter matches ferro rod for him. He also enjoyed some of the gimmick fire.
And there's nothing wrong with gimmick fires. Okay, gimmick fires are brilliant. One of the ones I recommend to a lot of people.
Definitely, Pete. 1 big lighter, 2 spare big lighters, 3 backup big lighter.
Yeah, when I'm demonstrating at scouts and things like that, or to a group, one of the ones I always do is fun, and I've got to order some more in actually because I am now out. But it's potassium permanganate. So you can go online, Amazon, you can buy it from there.
I just realised how much Vaseline has got up there. Sorry, I'm looking up. There's some shelving up here. I just realised you've got 2 whopping great.
Get yourself a pot of potassium permanganate. Okay, now 1 pot will last you years. This stuff you use in very small amounts, and you're literally a teaspoon of that and a couple of drops of glycerin from. You can use vape juice, you can use cough syrup, anything that's glycerin or glycol based.
So like
a couple of drops on, leave it. Within about 2 minutes, it will spontaneously ignite. You get a very fast, very powerful, very hot, very bright fire, and it will ignite most things. Okay. Bonus with potassium permanganate is you can use it for water purification, sterilising wounds, treating fungal infections. But on that side of things, i.e. ingesting it and using it as medicine, I will say to you, go and do your research because it is a super powerful chemical. And whatever happens, don't introduce it to a natural watercourse. It's highly toxic.
Yeah, Lockhoppers did a hobo stove this week.
And they
use nail varnish remover.
Yeah, that was an absolute Lockhoppers video this week on their hobo stove. That was
but no hexy. Yeah,
brilliant, guys. Loved
reboot. I don't even know this, but in the UK, it's now since October last year. It's now illegal to have hexy blocks like the military ones. Yeah.
So it's it's absolutely crazy, John. But there we go. It's down to one stupid MP that just jumped on something.
I want to know what's your choice of tinder. You like your like our silver birch.
Right, so tinders wise, it depends where you are in the world, doesn't it? So for me, Northern Hemisphere, our boreal forest, primarily around here, is silver birch. If it's not silver birch, then we're into a pine wood. So I'm looking at things like cedar barks and stuff like that. We get a lot of pine forests. So again, fat woods, that's another bonus. So we're pretty much tinder rich in the UK. We're very, very lucky that way, unless you're out on the moors or up into the Highlands of Scotland, and then it can get a little bit more.
Here as well,
depending where you are, it can then get a little bit more difficult. But yeah, silver birch. That's if in actual fact, when I'm teaching here, invariably it's going to be silver birch, fat woods, and then I normally try and do some man-made materials as well, because again, in a genuine survival situation, things like shaving a piece of the heel off your boot as rubber.
Dried nettle is another
good tinder. So I always try and throw in a bit of man-made as well, because when I'm teaching survival, I've always got to remember not everybody's out in the woods, not everybody's going to recognise a birch. So I've got boots here that have got lumps of the heels shaved off, where I've taken a piece of rubber off, shown them, or if it's an outside one and we're doing one with the four-wheel drives and that, quite often I'll go to one of the lugs on a mud tyre and I'll just cut the tip off of a lug and then light that, show them how you can use that to progress a fire from there.
Or Vazwax rebooted sticks.
I wouldn't know what you're talking about, my friend. Dryer fluff. Vaseline. As Cass says, I've got tubs of Vaseline up there. Went into a pound shop and they were doing deals on big tubs.
Look out for squiddly diddly.
I had to grab a couple of them because again, resources are resources.
I've used tumble dryer fluff. We've used dried nettles,
belly button fluff.
Sheep. You can go along if you're walking along.
What was
the old sheep wool caught up in the barbed wire?
What was that bloody woman doing? Pubic hair.
Oh. Why would you want to do that?
Yeah, I mean, so
fire straws,
you got things like that. I mean, there's just I've got little bags of things like that, and that's just a bit of hemp rope or hemp string that's been fluffed, a bit of silver birch in amongst it.
Listen.
Birch polypores, fungi, Alfred's cakes.
Tell you, with a Shih Tzu, he don't really molt. So Now we had the border terriers still. The back of the car used to
Fluff City, wasn't it? So and again, it's adapting what you need, what you've got for the environment you're in. I mean, my mate Sticks picked me up
a
monocle this year. So he picked me up a monocle, and that's
know, Jess. It's. I was wait. Pardon? Did she just say what I thought she said? Yeah.
What the pubic
hair? He said. Be prepared, everyone.
Yeah. Don't use pubic hair to start your fire.
Jute twine. And polypops today. Poly.
For those of you that are fairly new to the channel.
Yes. Major disaster.
I have my monocle, you see, and my hat. So when I'm exploring the Serengeti, I'm out there on
with your tipping.
Yes, but no. In all honesty, he got me this monocle because of that, because we were having a laugh, and it's a really, really good little magnifying glass, as you can tell from there. And that now lives in my kit. That is a backup fire lighting system. I wear glasses, so if I lose my glasses, break my glasses, I've got something that I can use to read, navigate on maps, remove thorns, treat things, light fires, and it's just a very, very simple little glass monocle. And I think he got that from Amazon or somewhere like that.
Rebooted.
Well worth having in your kit.
Some of the parts of the UK, we've got a lot of place we get fat wood, but we were also were donated, weren't we, a box of fat wood that came from Amazon, and the whole box full was about 10 quid. So what's that, $15, $18?
Yeah, and I've
And
had
it
that.
lasts
I've
and
had it.
lasts
I've
and
had that
lasts.
over a year, and it's really, really good. I'm just trying to see if I start the pamphlet for it around here. I'll see on to get out for next week. That was an American company. Yeah, cattail fluff. Yeah, yeah. Oh, resources in the UK, we are resource rich. I mean, one of the great ones that's always worth collecting and using. Again, there are groups of survival plants. Okay, there are certain plants that our ancestors used for thousands of years for many things. Whether it's the silver birch for its tar, its sap, producing wine, alcohol, making implements, making pots, making canoes, making cloth, making paper. Now, 101 uses. You've got the polypores that grow on it, can be used as medicinal, used to up your immune system, used to carry fire. But nettles are one of those that oh, it stings, and then we all gone like that. Nettles have 1,001 uses, and one of the greatest ones that they will light fire. They make brilliant tinder, dry very quick, make string, used as a food source, used as a iron supplement. Used to treat bleeding. Powder. If you dry a nettle, you powder it, put that powder onto a wound.
Good idea.
It helps to clot the wound. So again, it's one of those all-in-one plants, and there are lots of these in different environments around the world, where you'll find the local indigenous people would have had certain plants they treated almost as holy, and nettle was one of those. It was such an important plant to people that they didn't just thrash the life out of it like we do today. You see it as a weed because it stings, because it's uncomfortable. We've lost that connection.
Yeah, Jess, I've done a video about nettles, and it actually you can use nettles to help mature cheese. If you put nettle leaves down when you're collecting in the autumn, like your apples and pears and that, it stops the mold building up on them.
Yeah.
But John asked you about your salve. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah,
because it helps bring out splinters, doesn't it?
Yeah, that was absolutely brilliant, John. We've been playing with that. That's going in the kit. I'm just going to comment here, but it's a blackberry vine cordage. Yeah, so blackberries. So again, Jess, blackberries or brambles. That was another one of the sacred plants. There's not one part of the bramble that you can't use.
No.
You can cook and use the roots. You can use the leaves to make teas. Makes a very nice tea, actually.
Well, you bash the thorns at on the bottom underneath the leaves down.
But the leaves you can use to make teas. They make a very nice tea, quite soothing. The buds on the tips. Okay, I eat those as a snack as I'm mooching along.
I like the top, the small little leaves on a blackberry
again,
bush.
all usable. It's all usable, and it's knowing we have. People often say to me, "How will we survive in an SHTF situation?" And I always say to them, "Easy. We would survive the same way as our ancestors and relatives did just 150 years ago. Only 150 years ago, we were reliant on candles. We had no electricity. We were reliant on what we could forage, what we could sustain, what we could grow, what we could keep ourselves. It's only in the last 150 years that everything has changed for us. So if you look back to what our ancestors did, and so we're really talking about our grandparents' parents, the knowledge is there. And again, if you're lucky enough to live somewhere in the world where you still have indigenous groups, they're, I know it can be difficult. Speak to them, find out, learn from them, learn their knowledge, because again, it can apply all around the world. So it's rather than lose it, it's just gather it.
It's up to us to keep it.
And it is. I do see the bushcrafters and the preppers and the survivalists of today as actually being almost like a library for the future. We are saving knowledge that will disappear. We're keeping it alive. Even simple skills like sharpening a knife or an axe are skills that are being lost because just go down the shop and buy one. So it's simple skills like that. And the more we can preserve, the more we can share, the more we can get out there, the better. Because in another 200-300 years, people might need this knowledge. It could be important.
Yeah, schoolboy 150 years ago is more outdoor knowledge than we have now.
Yeah.
It's because it's like recipes and stories. If they're not passed on, they get lost.
Yeah.
In time, they disappear, and
Yeah, and it's when you think about how long man's walked the face of this planet, okay, and the knowledge that he gained to do that, and how much we have now, and when you can, like I say, if I had another 100 years of life, I couldn't learn all the skills that are out there. I've only touched on it. And again, Jess, when you meet guys like Lee Roberts, I mean, he just sits there napping flint, like it's nothing. Absolutely genius and beautiful to watch and to study and to learn from. Anyhow, so there we go. 2 hours and 15 minutes. Done a long one tonight.
Yeah, I think Jesse, what his reboot is asking is your channel.
Yeah,
so that you can. But
yeah, Jess, if you want to put a link up to your channel, and the same thing for all of you guys, if you've got a channel and you want to put a link up on the comments, put a link up. Do it. It's not a problem. This is a community. This is about sharing. It's about involving people and being involved. Okay. So the idea of this channel is I sit here on a Sunday night with my lovely wife Kaz, and we rabbit away. Okay.
That's gone quick tonight, and it's
still those that want to listen to it, and for the rest of the guys, you'll notice that there are conversations going on in here where people are meeting up, they're getting to know one another, they're swapping ideas and chatting, and we have no problem with that. Don't feel that you can't have a conversation with somebody in the comments because I'm rabbiting away. This is a community.
It's a community. It's for all.
Yeah. By all means, put links up.
Only moderators can post links in live.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. Okie dokie. Right. Sorry about that. So what we do?
If you want to email us your links, and then we'll put them up for you.
Yeah. Kaz will put them up for you. She's a moderator.
So yeah. Love to come up to Gloucester. My friend is up in Gloucester.
I like Gloucestershire.
You're very welcome. But anyone needs to get hold of us for any reason, that is email. You want just a chat, just go ahead.
You want to know something? Question? Sticks. I'm going to do that this week. I'm probably going to make you, Mac, and Owen moderators. Anyhow, guys,
have a good week, everyone.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to do my usual, which is give you 5 minutes to say goodnight to one another, ask any final questions, chats, and all the rest of it.
There's a pumpkin pie with my name on it.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Thank you so much for joining us this Sunday. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have fun. Get outdoors. Have your adventures.
Very welcome. Come again. Yeah.
Enjoy yourselves. Spread the word.
Yeah.
Okay. We're trying to build the community. It's not that it does anything for my channel. I'll be honest with you. Of course, it helps the channel, but it also helps everybody else's channel. So the idea is here we all support one another, look after one another, and care for one another. And if we can grow the community, bring more and more people in, whether they have channels or not, doesn't matter. It's more ideas, more knowledge, more methods. Okay, I'll do my usual. So I would like to say a big thank you to all those that support all those people that do have the channels. That is all the wives, sisters, partners, lovers, you name it. Yeah, thank you for all your help. Okay. Thank you to
You're welcome, Rebooted, and we hope to see you again.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you again.
And you, Jess.
Take it easy. Jess, take it easy up there. Watch out for that weather, my love. If it's going to be anything like it is supposed to be down here, temperature's going to drop this week, so keep yourself warm.
Yeah, and remember tomorrow to 11th day.
Yeah, 11 o'clock tomorrow. It's just have a moment. Good night, everybody. Take care.
Willow's fast asleep. He would say good night, but
we're going to sneak off and try and get into this pumpkin pie without the dog realising.
Yeah, we've got some chance.
I'm not sharing. Anyway, I'll finish up with my usual. Guys, stay safe. Have fun. Get outdoors. Look after one another. Breathe deep. Have your adventures. More than that, enjoy yourselves. Love those you do. Forgive those you don't. And as always, may peace and light be upon all of you. This is Mick, Hampshire Outdoors and Survival, and the lovely Kaz and the sleepy Willow, wishing you a good night. Take care all. Till we chat again next Sunday, it's Mickey and Kaz out.